Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome back to King Sway Entertainment. Today we have Skrip, yeah, I said Skrip, Club Shenanigans from DevonteTheOne. Now, I absolutely had to do this one because, as I've said before, I work at a strip club. Let's see if I got the shirt here. Sanctuary's Gentlemen's Club in South Jersey. Yeah, I literally just gave you the place where I work. So, if you're ever in the South Jersey area, check us out. I should show this to my boss because I just gave him free advertising. But I'm a bouncer at a strip club, so I saw this and I just had to see what's going on with this. What, as they say, what it's hitting for.
Felt like 50 Cent in the candy store because sugar really left me with a sweet tooth. I never thought I could have the time of my life.
I know a sugar.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, I ain't a clubbing guy. I'm more of a group gathering type of person, you know, the anime binge night or go out and do whatever with the homies and a couple girls we bring along, if any at all. I still go to them, that's no problem, but I just personally think all forms of clubs are freaking boring. I used to hear the rappers all the time. I be in the club, this, I be popping budgels, that, thinking I would have the time of my life until I went to my first club and my expectations were
Big Dog Club.
It was one of those, hey girl, let me buy you a drink, come to my booth type of clubs. No, sir, that ain't for me. If there ain't no dancing from the time I walk in, you can go ahead and find me posted up in the corner somewhere with my little margarita, waiting for the rumbling to happen. I need to see excessive ratchetness and somebody breaking a leg and an ankle on the dance floor. Who finna start it? Not me. No, sir. I realized after my 7th time going to a club that house parties put clubs to shame. Way later. So I stopped going for a while until last year in 2022 when I took a trip to Atlanta to be on Holla's podcast. Now, this club experience was slightly different, so let me tell y'all how it went. Okay, so that week I took my older brother and my 2 homeboys, Arius the Aquarius and Amaris LSK, with me along for the trip because I wanted my brother and Arius to get some exposure. Amaris just wanted to come along. I didn't need the exposure because duh, I'm DevonteTheOne. I'm already a big creator. I've already built my empire by myself after 14 years of doing YouTube, so I planned this trip only for them.
Damn.
Me, my brother,
My
and
man
Arius
said 14
went to the
years.
Hotel. I FaceTime Holla. Mind you, me and Holla already knew each other. We just didn't meet in person until this trip. He ain't know the others though. So we chopping it up. I'm telling him this my 2nd time in Atlanta, and I ain't really explored a place like that before, which is what we were gonna do after the podcast. So then he offers to be our tour guide around the city after the podcast episode was done, which was great because Holla knows his way around town and he's got connections throughout the city. So why not? In the first place, he brought up showing us what's the strip clubs.
Booty
Now,
club,
before this
yep.
day, I ain't never been to a strip club in my life. I only been to normal clubs, block parties, and house parties. Plus, I always thought strip clubs was a waste of time, especially if you broke. So I avoided them like fat people.
It is if you broke, bro.
I'm kinda hesitant at first, but seeing as I never experienced it before, neither did my homies, I decided, you know what? Vámonos amigos. Crazy part is we actually hung out with Holla and his homies for the entire 3-day trip after the podcast. Bro, I don't care what nobody say. Holla was a S-tier tour guide. If he was our Uber, I'd give him 10 stars. Bro took us to so many places, but I'ma only tell y'all about one because whatever happens in ATL stays in ATL.
This nigga forgot to lotion his ankle, so he's using lip balm.
Hey, whatever works.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I was just about to say, what I just say.
Hell, I even left him $100 in the back seat without asking as a thanks for driving us around those 3 days because I knew how much gas that probably cost him. So I get off FaceTime with Holla. Me, my brother, and Arius took an Uber to Lenox Mall to meet up with Amaris. We stayed there for a couple hours. Then Amaris drove us to Holla's place, which he wasn't even there when we got there, so we had to wait outside for like 30 minutes because he was at the movies. We do the podcast, and after Amaris had to leave, so it was just the 3 of us with Holla. Holla drives us to this strip club. I don't remember the name, but it's somewhere in the city. Holla's 9 times out of 10 reacting to this right now, so he probably remembers. So we walk in, right? First thing I see that I ain't never seen at a regular club in my life. Bucket, naked, strippers, everywhere. I'm talking about nothing covered up, bruh. No draws to cover up the vernacular region. No bras.
That's just like my strip club.
Mountains. I mean, nothing. And, bruh, 99% of them were like all over 6'3". Bro, I'm 5'5", but I ain't care because I like my women tall.
I'm 5'6".
All are not excluded. All this tall and sexy walking around, I was loving it. I told y'all many times in the past for all my OG supporters, I don't climb trees, I chop them down, you feel me? Anywho, I made a fool of myself by adapting to the environment without asking questions. I saw people going to the counter, getting money, spending their entire stack of bread on a fantasy, throwing stacks of cash on the boudet, which is what I thought we were supposed to do. So my pea brain decided to mimic exactly what those same idiots were doing. My brother did too. So we go to the counter. I gave the man $200, told him to break it into all ones. I give my brother the other 100. I turn around and I kid you not, 2 6'3" bucket naked scruples was in front of us, ready to shake that ass. Yeah, I knew that was
bucket naked.
I ain't give a frig at the time because my little buddy down there was happy, and its happiness was my only concern. I was a little bit nervous, but I ended up going through with it anyway. So these 2 sexy Amazonians took us to the most spacious spot in front of everybody and gave us the dances of our lives.
They took their ass off.
Each other. He had an Amazon on his power pole. I had one on me. I'm throwing stacks of ones on the boot.
They say Amazons. I'm thinking of 3 girls I work with.
Out of nowhere, on
Karma, Helena, and Dee Dee. So I'm gonna make sure they see this, just so they.
When his girl got to me, she started going even crazier on me than she did on my brother. Earned every penny. I was still nervous though, because everybody was watching, but I had a great time. I'm on cloud 9. My little buddy downstairs jumping out the gym. I'm still under the impression that I'm initiating proper strip club etiquette. So after the first dance, I decided to get more money to look for more fantasies. However, us being noob strip clubbers, my brother and I made one primal mistake that every noob
You're spending too much too fast.
Which was probably why people looked at us so funny. I'm at the counter getting 300. Holla walks up to me. He talking about, yo, y'all did it wrong. I'm like, what you mean? I ain't seen nothing wrong with bumping and grinding. He's like, when you're getting a dance, you're only supposed to throw $1 every like 1 to 3 minutes, which blew my mind. Cause we threw
not one, but you can throw a couple dollars every 2 to 3 minutes. Like,
so not only did the dances last way shorter than they should have, the scrumples got way more money for less work. So you telling me I could have been in the land of ooh for an hour instead of 5 minutes? Yes. So upon hearing this valuable information, I took it upon myself to make sure the next lap dance was better than the last and in the correct etiquette to get my money's worth. My brother was on his own. I go back to the counter to get 300 more. I turn around and instantly this girl named Sugar walks up to me. Bruh, Sugar was so fine. She was like a 9.5.
I worked with a Sugar.
She's shorter than me, slim thick, and I kid you not, the most beautiful girl up in there. I remember her the most because she ain't even started dancing off rip. She started conversation with me first, which was
that's how they get you. They act like they want to know about you.
Bond with the client works every time for him. Not only was she fine as hell, but this girl was multi-talented. First of all, she threw it back better than both of the stallions combined.
Taking the ass off
at the same time. Shorty had a full-blown conversation with both parts of me. Worked for every dollar. Did her thug dizzle.
His mind and his brain.
Bro, when I ran out of money, she kept going for another 5 minutes. I ain't have a single dollar on me, and Shorty threw it back like a Cadillac. Did moves I ain't even know existed. I felt like 50 Cent in the candy store, because Sugar really left me with a sweet tooth. I never thought I could have the time of my life while clothed. However, despite the S-tier dances, never wasting my money at a strip club ever again.
I was just about to say, eventually the night gotta come to an end, bro. Oh shit. No. Look, I used to go to strip clubs before I became a bouncer, so I know how a lot of that stuff goes. I've been in and out of strip clubs the last 20 years. I've been working in and out of strip clubs for the last 15. like I said, I worked with a sugar. When I first started fighting for a living and I started being all over TV, I only ever had one tap out shirt. One in my entire life. I still ain't never had one after this. She would not leave me alone until I signed it, until I gave it to her. So what I did was I signed it. I took it off my back. I signed it and I gave it to her. We reconnected some months ago, and then I found out she still has a damn thing. So shout out to Sugar. Well, like I said, we know each other from the strip club, and then I started working with her. And actually, her child's father was the one that first hired me as a bouncer. So, but that stems to, ladies, if you do work at strip clubs and you have a child with a man, let that man know you work at a strip club, especially if you're working locally, because chances are that's going to get back to him. I'm telling you what I know. That's one of my first adventures as a bouncer. You know what? I might do what he's doing, because I got hella fucking stories. My first adventures as a bouncer, dude came in with his friends, just wanted to see some ass and tits. His ex was up there shaking her ass. And he knew her from her ass. Because, ladies, if we see your ass enough, we know your ass. We don't need to see the rest of you, just your ass. And got mad, and he started rushing the stage. I had to grab him and stop him. So what happened is, I let him, after that night, I let them all know, look, you're still a reflection of him. If you're doing it locally, his friends are going to see you. And who do you think the first one they're going to call is? That's embarrassing to him. But if you let him know ahead of time, he can get ahead of that. And be like, all right, I know, yeah, you know, just it's not as hard of a blow. But what do I know? This Gatorade, though. We're going to end the video on that note. If you're new to the channel, you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification button, and the bell. I do erratic uploads, but I do try to like dump a whole week into a couple days. I'm actually trying to learn how to space that shit out. You know, I'm trying to learn to become a better YouTuber. Down in the description below will be links to my merch shop, my Etsy shop. It also will be links to the books that I have published and on Amazon. It also will be a link to my Patreon. So you got 3 ways of trying of helping the channel out. Consider one. If you do actually decide to start supporting the channel via Patreon, what I'll do is I'll actually put your name on a list, and every episode I'll have a credits roll where and everybody can see your name and see how fucking cool you are. That much being said, in the meantime, between time, I'm always with these peace signs. I'm your main man, King Sway. I'm going to catch you in the next one.